Hi there. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about the mess. I'm sorry about my hat, which is not on straight. Um, I just want to do a little test. Can I just take this? Yes. Recording straight from the webcam. It when you put up print, the print comes up from normal. It seems. I just want to check when I play this back to see whether it comes out normal or comes out backwards. So thank you for your patience. This is a recording about the truth. Okay, and the title of this is more about dinosaurs. I did another article on dinosaurs. This is the second one. And so let me begin. There is only one method by which you can know whether you are in safe hands in the company you keep. People are very deceptive. Some people make friends with you in order to have you under control. The way to not be under anyone's control is for you to do your own research and find out what the truth is. Then compare that truth with what your associates say or believe. If it is different, then you'd better, for your own safety, get into another group or be on your own, or better still, make your own little group. As a seeker after truth, you will be persecuted. You will also fall into traps specially laid out for you. I saw a picture of a rugby player. I don't know if he had been on the winning side or not, but his face looked like he had been in a car crash. You will get beaten up before you leave the battleground. Maybe you will get it psychologically when people pop up and take photographs of you on public transport, or attack you over the internet with comments they make. Or maybe you will get it emotionally when people close to you reject you or call you names. Or maybe you will get it physically. This only serves to prove that there are people who do not like those of us who search for the truth. Concerning dinosaurs, you have to look at the problem from every angle to get an overall idea of what is going on. You would also benefit if you researched other things in order to compare them. What I mean is, research a thing you know is true, and then research a thing that is dubious, and you will see many signs that point out to you that the dubious thing is not true. For instance, you will find a lot of information about elephants on the internet and in books. When I say a lot, I don't just mean volume, I mean detail and facts of interest. We know a lot about elephants or sharks, as another example, because people have researched them honestly. None of the information conflicts. All scientists agree about these animals, at least about most of the facts. There may be a rival group who want to demonize and a group who want to protect sharks, for example. However, nobody argues that sharks do not exist and are not dangerous to humans. Although I did meet somebody, a student, who told me that she had swum with sharks and sharks are not dangerous. And I mean, she was a person who was not open to the truth anyway, so I just took everything she said as just a joke. And she was a typical person who is going to go into the new world order as a VIP, just somebody who's sold out to all the lies. Anyway, then you look at dinosaurs. You can find very little information about them. You will find loads and loads of names and pictures of so-called dinosaurs, but no or very little historical data about their discovery, the time and the date, the organizer of the research party, or other details. Who found which bones, when and where seems to be a government secret. On the other hand, there was a book in the adult section of our bookshop near here, in the new shopping mall, which was full of thousands and thousands of photographs of what looked like model dinosaurs. They all looked white, so they all looked like models. Anyway, the book was in Japanese and very heavy. It was very expensive and there was just one copy. In the book there was absolutely no text, even in Japanese. Perhaps each model had a name, I can't recall that. But apart from the name, no information. There were no other books on dinosaurs for adults, although plenty in the children's section, falling somewhere between the anime and geography. Over the past few years, books on animals have been attacked with information on dinosaurs in order to give the impression to children that dinosaurs are as factual as animals. However, in older books on animals, they would not put dinosaurs in. There was very little information about dinosaurs, and it was all very vague. Children's books may possibly give more information about dinosaurs, but what kind of information is it? Do they give the name of who discovered what and where? No, of course they don't. We are just to accept the information that has been invented for our consumption. That's the name of the dinosaur, basically, and when it existed, or was supposed to have existed. We have to learn imaginary names and imaginary dates of their existence, or we can resist the brainwashing. Compare two people, let's say Shakespeare and Richard Owen. Shakespeare, we know his name because of his works, but if we look up his biography, there is only a tiny amount about him, whereas Richard Owen or any other real person, there is a lot of information about them, considering the vast amount of writing Shakespeare did and the minimal amount Richard Owen did. This is strange. Reason for this is that there is doubt about Shakespeare's real identity and name, and many think that the short biography of him is just a story to give him an identity in the name. The same goes with dinosaurs. Once they invent a dinosaur's image and make up a name, they can then, if they wish, proceed to invent facts about them. In the world of truthers, we call these factoids because they are not real facts. Richard Owen is known as the man who invented dinosaurs. Yes, I mean invented. The BBC used exactly that description of him, and that is the truth. But then the BBC on their website went on to give the impression that he was a very important man because he classified dinosaurs and invented the word dinosaur. They took down this interesting article after a while. I did not copy it as far as I recall. They wrote that dinosaurs were an invention. Was the choice of that word invented deliberate? If you look into Richard Owen's character, you will find a strange man who was liked by nobody, not even dinosaur lovers. Certainly, dinosaurs would have loved him if they had ever existed. The problem was that the world of dinosaur hunters was like the world of snake oil sellers. It was competitive, and they all knew they were all crooks. Nobody trusted anybody else, and there were rival teams and dirty tricks going on the whole time. The same applies to the scientific world. They too consist largely of liars, and the liars end up literally killing the one or two scattered honest scientists. It is a cloak and dagger world out there, and you'd better wake up. The survivors are usually dishonest people. I dislike giving you any information because it is such a shortcut that it does not do justice to the information. If you did your own research, you would find out where my truth comes from, and would not need me to convince you. You would see that it is quite obvious who the truth tellers are. Dinosaurs show up at a convenient time in history, only about 200 years ago. Where are all the bones that ancient scientists and explorers might have discovered if they were there indeed? Remember that the Knights Templar were looking for curiosities way back in the Middle Ages. Then the Jesuits became the people in charge of all knowledge. Why did they not find bones immediately 400 years ago? If you look at a real museum, all the ancient pieces of interest bought and sold for collections consist of no dinosaur bones. They always have to redo museums in order to give dinosaurs a history that never was. Dinosaurs show up only in places where there is a where there is a dig for dinosaurs going on. They never show up where people are building blocks of flats or digging up raw materials in mines, etc. Other items of interest do turn up, like skeleton remains, old fossilized boots, even things like kettles. The reason is that dinosaur hunters are paid to find dinosaurs, and you cannot just join them. It is all very secretive, and you have to be a member of their group. You are never going to find any dinosaur bones yourself because they have been made. So the time and place and discovery are all decided in advance. The money trail will lead you to the usual rich people who control our world. I'm going to stop there for now because I don't know how long this goes on. And I'll do another video. Thank you for watching.